Thank you very much for your activity. Sirens were switched on in Adler. The heaviest rain has paralyzed traffic. Rescuers have warned of rising rivers. Precipitation has not stopped for the second hour. Airplanes are circling over the sea and cannot land. The federal highway is closed. As forecasters warned, today in Sochi is the peak of the cyclone. This time, the elements hit Adler. For the second hour it has been raining heavily there, which has already flooded all the roads. Traffic on some of them is completely paralyzed. People are walking waist-deep in water near the hypermarket magnet. Men had to save each other.
Ой, молодец. Ура!
A huge traffic jam has accumulated in Adler on Lenina Street towards Sochi. Drivers are forced to stop and leave their cars. Water is pouring into the cabin. The road to Nizhnaya Shalavka is flooded, the road to Moldavka is paralyzed, and the hypermarket area is flooded. Instead of Kaspiyskaya Street there is a river. In Sirius, the settlement of Mirny is flooded. Water flooded the first floor of the shopping center Mirny. On Kuturskaya Street, water flooded the first floor of an apartment building. Water flooded private houses of the State Farm in the Imereti lowland. In the center of Adler and on Galyabai Dali Street, sirens are working. On Gostello Street, loudspeakers warn about possible outflow of the river Kuroda.
Ребят, просто мы приехали в Сириус, на ласточке вышли, а здесь вообще все полностью затоплено, короче, мы не можем уехать.
A section of the Jubga-Sochi Federal Highway between Adler and Veseloy in both directions is blocked due to severe waterlogging, the Upper Chernamori reported. Road services are working on the site. The Adler-Alpaca Highway is also closed due to flooding of the roadway. The main department of the Ministry of Emergency Situations of Russia in Krasnodar Krai issued a storm warning for rising water levels in the rivers of Sochi. In the period from 2200 hours and until the end of the day, as well as during the day on July 10th, in connection with the forecasted heavy rains and showers, on some rivers of Sochi are expected to rise in water levels with the achievement of dangerous marks, stated in the message. The main department of the Krasnodar territory recommends that in case of threat of flooding and flooding of yard territories to make a list of documents, personal belongings and property necessary in case of evacuation in advance. Put in a backpack necessary warm clothes, 2-day supply of food and water. Thank you very much for your activity.